Hello students, I am Dr. Sachin Kapoor and I wish you a warm welcome to Fliplearn online NEET preparation. The topic of our discussion today is muscular tissue. As you know that tissue is a group of cells which perform a particular function. There are different types of tissues in our body like epithelial tissue, connective tissue, nervous tissue, muscular tissue. Nervous tissue and muscular tissue are two excitable tissues. In this session, we will be discussing muscular tissue. As you can see, muscular tissue can be differentiated into three different types. That is skeletal muscles, smooth muscles and cardiac muscles. Skeletal muscles and smooth muscles, they have one similarity. Smooth muscles and cardiac muscles also have one similarity. We'll be discussing that in detail. See, the skeletal muscles are voluntary. They are under your conscious control. Smooth muscles and cardiac muscles are involuntary. They are not under your conscious control. When you observe skeletal muscles under simple microscope, you find alternate light and dark bands. So this is one skeletal muscle fiber. You find alternate light and dark bands. That is the reason that we call skeletal muscles as striated. So skeletal muscles, they are voluntary, they are striated. Smooth muscles are involuntary and they are non-striated, or we say that they are unstriped. Cardiac muscles are involuntary but they are striated. They show alternate light and dark bands. Right? Now, let's first see that why these skeletal muscles are called skeletal muscles. What is the reason that we use the term skeletal muscles for these? See, you know that our skeleton consists of bones. Say this is the generalized structure of a long bone. And this is a skeletal muscle. We know that the tissue which connects the muscle with the bone is tendon. So this is tendon, this is muscle, and this structure is bone. So why we said that skeletal muscles are skeletal? The reason is that they are attached to bones with the help of tendons. When these muscles contract, it results in movement. Skeletal muscles are present not only attached to bones. I'm writing here, they are attached to bones. They are also present in your tongue, pharynx, upper part of esophagus, external anal sphincter. Sphincter means a ring of circular muscles. Even external anal sphincter, that also has the skeletal muscles. External urethral sphincter also has skeletal muscles, and the main breathing muscle, that is diaphragm, is also a sheet of skeletal muscles, right? So skeletal muscles, they are striated. A muscle is made up of many muscle fibers, and those muscle fibers, if you observe them under simple microscope, as I said, that you find alternate light and dark bands, right? So that was about skeletal muscles. Now let's see the smooth muscles. When you say smooth, So these smooth muscles, they are non-striated or they are unstriped. These are spindle shaped like this. They are thick at the center and thin at the ends. So this is the structure of a smooth muscle fiber. This is a large prominent nucleus. Smooth muscles are present in the wall of blood vessels. They form lining of hollow organs like trachea, urinary tract, fallopian tubes, uterus. Smooth muscles, they are slow in their contraction as well as relaxation. They are involuntary. They are not under your conscious control. They are controlled by hormones, by temperature, by ions, and by autonomic nervous system. The third type of muscle fibers are cardiac muscle fibers. We know that cardiac word is related to heart. So that means the cardiac muscles, they are present in wall of heart and they are responsible for the pumping action of the heart. If I draw the structure of one cardiac muscle fiber, it's like this. This structure is called intercalated disc. Cardiac muscle fibers, they have branching pattern also. These are their branches. This is the prominent nucleus. They also have light and dark bands. This structure is called intercalated disc. This intercalated disc helps in quick spreading of cardiac impulse from one muscle fiber to another. So that was about cardiac muscles. We have seen the three different types of muscles: skeletal muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles. Now, let's have a review of this lecture through a small animation.
Their function and appearance, the muscular tissues in animals can be classified into skeletal muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles. The skeletal muscles, also known as the voluntary muscles or striated unbranched muscles, are composed of cylindrical fibers that are attached with the bones. The cells are striated with light and dark bands. The nucleus of each cell of these muscles tends towards the edge of the cell. These are found in the muscles of limbs and the pharynx. The contraction and relaxation of this muscle causes movement in the body of the animal. Smooth muscles are also known as the involuntary muscles or non-striated branched muscles, are composed of elongated spindle-shaped cells with centrally located nucleus. Smooth muscles are found in the walls of the blood vessels, urinary bladder, and the digestive system. These muscles cause constriction of the blood vessels, of the bladder, and the movement of food in the digestive system. The cardiac muscles, on the other hand, are present only in the walls of the heart. The cells of these muscles are roughly quadrangular in shape, striated, and branched with single centrally located nucleus. The cardiac muscle cells are joined together by special junctions called the intercalated discs. These junctions are also known as the communication junctions. The key function of the cardiac muscles is the rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the heart to support circulation of blood across the body.
So I hope that animation was helpful to you in understanding this concept. Let's discuss some of the questions which are asked in the NEET entrance exam related to this topic. And then we'll see that how we have to approach towards that question. So we're going to discuss previous years questions which are asked in NEET entrant, right? Now, let's see. We have been asked about cardiac muscle fibers, and we know that cardiac word is related to heart, so cardiac muscle fibers are present in heart. Cardiac muscle fibers, they have striations, right? So this option is right. Cardiac muscle fibers, they are involuntary. But it says that without intercalated disc. That is wrong. They have intercalated disc. That's the junction between adjacent fibers. Non-striated, that is wrong. Striated, this option is right. They are striated, they are involuntary, and they are branched also. Right? So these 3 points are correct. That means the correct answer of this question is that the striated muscle fibers, cardiac muscle fibers, are involuntary and they have a branching pattern also. Let's see one more question. If it is asked about skeletal muscle fibers, skeletal muscle fibers are, skeletal muscle fibers, they have striations, that's correct. Skeletal muscle fibers are not involuntary, they are voluntary, and as far as intercalated disc is concerned, they have intercalated disc. Striated muscle fibers, that means the correct answer for this should be that the skeletal muscle fibers are striated, they are voluntary, and they are without intercalated disc. So those are the kind of questions which you get in the NEET entrance exam. So I hope that this lecture was helpful for understanding the basic differences between the 3 types of muscle fibers. Thank you.